The Niners are going through a ton of changes this offseason, especially on the defensive side of the ball, where there's going to be a couple of position changes, whether it's going to be on the slot nickelback spot, but there's also a huge change coming on the defensive line. While Javon Hargrave is a nice new addition, the Niners lost a couple of their edge pieces in Samson Ebukam as well as Charles Omenihu. That leaves the edge spot opposite Nick Bosa wide open for competition. So recently, I've been trying to go through as many of the edge players that are in the competition, either that the Niners have added this offseason or that they've had in the past, like Drake Jackson. In this video, I hope to break down how Marlon Davidson, the former round 2 defensive lineman, may fare on the Niners defensive line going forward. Being a former round 2 pick, you'd expect if anyone be able to get the most out of him, it would be Kris Kocurek. With that being said, we need to look at Davidson's measurables so we can see what Kris Kocurek actually is working with. His height is 6'3" and his weight is right around 280 pounds. During the combine, Davidson ran his 40-yard dash in 5.04 seconds and his 10-yard split in 1.78 seconds. But must be said, he was heavier back then at 303 pounds. Davidson's football career began at Greensville High School, where he was a 4-star recruit and received offers from Alabama, Arizona State, Clemson, and Auburn. Ultimately, he decided to go Auburn. During his time at Auburn, he made an immediate impact for the Tigers, starting all 13 games in his freshman year, becoming the first Auburn freshman to start on the defensive line since 1985. Across his time at Auburn, Davidson played from 2016 to 2019 and had 175 tackles, 29.5 for loss, 17 sacks. So with his time in college wrapped up, scouts had the time to look at his college film a little bit more deeply, and they saw strengths as well as weaknesses. His strengths were he's a big edge who was able to set the edge extremely well against the run and also get to the quarterback and make big plays for his team at times. But there were weaknesses to his game, such as he struggled against Alabama's power and played just 51% of the snaps against the run. Also, they were unsure where exactly Davidson was going to play in the pros. Was he going to line up on the interior or exterior? And this is where I want to interject and talk about the Niners defensive line coach really quick and their packages. One of their famous packages is that NASCAR package where they kind of have 4 defensive ends lining up at every spot on the defensive line, and this is really specialized for getting to the quarterback. I think that Davidson would be perfect on the interior of that package, as I think he can be a good run supporter and get after the quarterback. But with that being said, Davidson didn't get selected by the San Francisco 49ers right away. Rather, he went to the Atlanta Falcons. With pick 15 in round 2 of the 2020 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons picked up Marlon Davidson. Davidson played from 2020 to 2021 and played in a total of 19 games with the Atlanta Falcons and had 29 tackles with 1 interception, ran back for a touchdown. He also had 1 sack. On September 1st, 2022, Davidson was placed on injured reserve after undergoing a knee surgery and then was released on October 25th. On May 8th, 2023, the San Francisco 49ers signed Davidson. While Davidson has struggled up to this point in his NFL career, he is still extremely young at 25 years of age. And he was an extremely talented former round 2 pick, so Kris Kocurek may be able to work some magic and unlock Davidson's potential, and he's now in competition for that edge spot. But even if Davidson just works his way in to, like, let's say the NASCAR package, I think that would be a big win for the Niners and Davidson. Really though, I'm just extremely excited to see what this defensive line looks like with Javon Hargrave and whoever's starting opposite of Nick Bosa. I personally think it's going to be Drake Jackson, but I do love the story of underdogs coming up and perhaps pushing for the starting job, like Marlon Davidson could. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Davidson's career and maybe what he could offer for the Niners going forward. It would also mean a ton to me if you liked and subscribed. Thank you guys so much for watching.